And I guess you could say the climb for this camp has begun. Good morning, folks, and happy Wednesday. We are getting out of here a lot later than I would have liked to, but that's my fault. We got up later than what we traditionally get up, so the only person to blame is this guy. But our personal Uber has decided to ride with us today, so I guess I get to get back in the car and just chillax until we got to go get in better shape today than we were yesterday, and then get better today than we were yesterday. Wish me luck, folks. This may not be safe. JB is running on 5 minutes of sleep, and she laid her head down on the table, and I moved my lunchbox, and she woke up and goes, bruh, just go to sleep. She wants to spend time with me, so she's gonna ride with me. Well, after waking up late and then getting out of the door late because, you know, I woke up late, we still made it enough time to knock out a run. So, let's go run. Yeah, we definitely had enough time for a run. Our bodies are nice and warm, primed, and ready to go get better today than we were yesterday. I will say that I need to stretch before I get in there. Like, not just like let's stretch our hammy, let's stretch your calves, roll out our shoulders and go on. No, like I need to stretch. So, I guess let's run over here to the car. Let's find us a spot. Let's stretch it out. And then let's get in here and get better today than we were yesterday. What a freaking day of getting better today than we were yesterday. Those jokers did not cut me a break. And then we have a homie who's getting ready for a CJJ match. So he's like, hey, you want to do some CJJ rounds? I'm like, well, I mean, I guess. I mean, that's pretty much like an MMA round, so why not? So we did some CJJ rounds, and that was super fun. But those jokers did not cut me a break today. A countless amount of wall rounds. 10 minutes each freaking round, so absolutely no time to breathe. But after we got done freaking murdering each other, literally, me and one of the homies, we got to chit-chatting, and he's a devoted Christian, just like I'm a devoted Christian, and we got to talking. We were like, so like, how many people do you think actually, like, so we start talking about like a Pentecostal church and like idealism and all this other jazz, but the real gist of what we were trying to get at was there was a church who said that the apostles were bit by a viper, right? And if you just believe enough, you can get bit by this viper and survive. And we were questioning, how many people actually believe that if you have enough faith that you can be bit by a viper? I mean, maybe it's possible. Anything with Christ is possible. But I don't know. I think that gets into like prosperity gospel and prosperity preaching, and then you're starting to punish people because they don't have as much faith as you, and I just think that's really weird. Who are you to judge someone else's faith? You know? Like, oh, you don't have $1 million? Well, you must not believe enough. Oh, you can't do that? Oh, you must not believe enough. And like, I just think that junk is so freaking stupid. So just, it takes advantage of people, because a lot of people go to church to look for a place when they're broken, and then they find those broken people and they're like, hey, let me tell you, you drop a freaking 50% of your check into our church, you're gonna be a millionaire. If you drop 50% of your check into our church, you could be bit by a viper, just like the apostles did. And it just makes me question, because like, how many of those people actually believe that? How many? Do they genuinely believe that if you have enough faith that you can be bit by a viper? Or do they are they brainwashed? Or do they know it's just a big money scheme, and if they can fool enough people, they can make a load of cash? I don't know. We got into a deep discussion about it. And my view is well, I do believe that there's power in Christ. I do also believe that there is we're humans. We're humans. We're not Christ. We're humans. We can't do the things that he did. Even with him, I don't believe that like we can do the same jazz that he was able to do. It's just a simple fact of it. We are human. We're human. So totally off tangent of getting better today than we were yesterday, but I guess not. Because getting better spiritually is getting better today than we were yesterday. Because anywhere where there's two or more speaking of me, I am with you. We had a church session today after our trying to murder each other. Gotta love it. Gotta freaking love it. Like-minded individuals all just trying to progress and become better versions of themselves. Gotta freaking love it. But let's get home, folks, because like I said, there was absolutely no break of the rolls today. It was just go until I could not go no mo. So let's get home so we can recover and we can go some mo. Alrighty, folks, we have made it home, and let me tell you, this recovery time is calling my freaking name. Let's run inside. Let's take us a little bit of a nap, and then let's get back up and, well, go get these kids better today than they were yesterday. Whew. That nap was much needed. It was a struggle to get back up from it, but it was much needed. But the kids, they've got to get better today than they were yesterday, so we had to get up. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So let's hit the road and let's go get these kids better today than they were yesterday. Alrighty, we have made it to the park to get these kids better today than they were yesterday. And our kids are having a real problem with off-balancing each other. With, honestly, I wouldn't say getting their takedowns, but doing it in a manner that is technically correct. They have a real habit, which most kids do, of reaching, because they're told where the head goes, the body goes, of reaching up and grabbing the head. So, to stop that, we're gonna start teaching some off-balancing, some kazushi. So, I guess today, we learn a little bit about a little judo, a little uchimata, a little interior leg throw, if you know what I mean. So let's run in here. Let's teach them a little bit about off balancing, and they get them better today than they were yesterday. You know how it goes. Let's get in here and do our thing. Kids class went phenomenal. There was a little confusion, most definitely. I mean, Uchimata is not an easy position or an easy technique to learn, an easy off balance to learn. But they got started at it. And by the end of it, just about every kid was understanding it. At least understanding the footwork. And at the end of the day, that's pretty much all it is footwork. There's a little bit of pressure that they're missing. Like, a few of them weren't able to drive that shoulder past the opponent's shoulder. They just weren't understanding that concept. But it is always good to test them to see where their knowledge lies, where their abilities lie. And then of course I like to test myself every now and then. Do I understand this technique enough to teach it? Because if I don't, then none of them are gonna understand it. But if at least one gets it, then I feel like that's a success. But I guess let's gather up our things and let's head across the state of Georgia to complete getting better today than we were yesterday. KB is freaking hilarious. So she decided today, because, you know, she started her jiu-jitsu journey and all, but Uchimata is something that she had never learned before. So she was like, you know, I'm going to hop in and I'll take class. One of our older kids, he's a huge 13-year-old, like huge. Like I can roll with him and get a good work in. Huge 13-year-old. Needless to say, she wanted to be his drill partner today. I was like, you know what? That's fine. That works great. That means I don't have to work in. I can watch all these kids. This is one of those techniques where I kind of need to be present. So, yeah, that'll work fine, JB. So she works with him, right? And at the end, she goes, you want to get some live rounds in? She got her first live going. Now she's disappointed because she got subbed by a 13-year-old. Not once, but multiple times. I mean, I don't know what she expects. They're my little killers, so of course they're gonna freaking be beating her up. But that literally cracked me up. Y'all have no idea whatsoever. That had me rolling. She was walking out. She goes, I got tapped by a 13-year-old. By a freaking 13-year-old. So I'm gonna be so sore. And not to mention, I got tapped by a 13-year-old. I'm like, well, welcome to jiu-jitsu. How do you think the 50-year-old men who I was going with as a kid were feeling when they were getting tapped by a 13-year-old? She's like crap, probably. Y'all are mean. Y'all are bullies. He didn't even let me survive. He just beat me up repetitively. I'm like, it's okay, Jake. He's like, but I got tapped by a 13-year-old. There's nothing I could do about it. I was like, welcome to jiu-jitsu. But let's get to practice, folks. Let's go get better today than we were yesterday. And we have made it to the gym, folks, to finish this day off of getting better today than we were yesterday. So let's get in here and get better today than we were yesterday. And let's see how hard we can push ourselves, folks, because I can't lie. I'm feeling this week. I am freaking feeling it. My legs are sore. My arms are sore. My grip is gone. But hey, there ain't no excuses in my book, baby. Well, good news. We were most definitely able to push ourselves again. We didn't make a little excerpt in between striking and grappling because, well, we had stayed on the striking side entirely too long. So we needed to rush over to get some grappling rounds in. And I almost didn't make it in time. I was only able to get like 2 or 3 rounds in today, which is kind of a bummer. But at least we got some in. But I'm freaking starving, so I guess let's boogie on home so that we can eat. Because I think we still have to make some rice. No? Rice is made? Huh. Look at her. She's impressive. That's impressive. That's impressive. So, all you gotta do is go inside, throw everything in the microwave, take the tenderloin out of the crock pot, and grub down. But then tomorrow, we have to wake up bright and early. We don't get to come train in the morning. Because we need to make a trip across, like literally across the state of Georgia, to go see if we like this wedding venue. So this should be exciting. Should be fun. Then we gotta come right back. Then we gotta go get better tomorrow than we were today, tomorrow afternoon. Maybe. If we make it in time. It's maybe an all-day affair. I mean, it is gonna be an all-day affair. It's a 4.5-hour drive. Atlanta to Savannah. We go. Whew. And we have made it home, folks. And I guess you could say the climb for this camp has begun. We are feeling it today. We are feeling it. feeling all of this week. I don't know if it was the double lift yesterday, if it was the countless and countless of hours of training. I mean, we countless and countless hours of training every day, but the intensity improves. It ups. It gets a little bit tougher. When you're in camp, instead of joking around and making a joke after every 5 reps, you're going, and then going some more. So I can definitely say that the climb has begun. We are feeling it, and I am enjoying it. This is the way that I like to feel. I like to feel when I get home that I have to consciously make a decision of climbing myself out of the car and then climbing myself into the house and then climbing myself into the bed. That's what I like. I feel like that is a successful day of training. If you don't feel like that after training, and you did not do enough. That's just me. I feel like you almost want to you're like trying to overtrain in a way. Then you want your body to recover the week of the fight, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, you just push your body as hard as it possibly can go. Cracking pads, running, lifting, whatever it is. You're just trying to go as hard as you possibly can at everything. And that is my idea of a good training session. Of course, you got to work on your technique, but the grand scheme of things, even when you're working on technique, you're still doing it with a purpose, with intensity. So I would say the climb has begun. But folks, since we got to be up at the butt-ass crack of dawn tomorrow and got to make the trip literally across the state of Georgia, Atlanta to Savannah we go. I guess we're going to have to just call it a night. I know after double stream crashing last night, we're not streaming at night, but we will tomorrow. So, and we will for a good little bit tomorrow because we don't have to wake up on Friday until, well, we choose to. So, I guess let's carry our butts inside and let's call it a night. Let's warm up this rice, let's warm up these green beans, and let's grub down, and let's wake up tomorrow and, well, begin the trip to Atlanta to Savannah, then from Savannah back to Atlanta, then to get better tomorrow than we were today. So tomorrow will be interesting. Let's see if we can I guess the goal tomorrow will just be make it to train. So good night, folks. Until tomorrow, BillyGoat freaking loves ya.